Hey foodies, Chill Brown Vegan here. I just wanted to start this video off by saying I have 37 subscribers! Yay! Now 37 may not seem like a lot, but I just started my channel just a couple weeks ago, so it's a lot to me, and it really does mean a lot to me. So thank you so much for your support, all 37 of you. I hope you stick around as my channel grows, and you know, I really appreciate you guys. And I'm gonna do my best to do my best, and I hope you guys stay for the long haul. Thank you so much. With that being said, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I love carbs. You can keep your sweet potato fries, you can keep your lentil pasta, and you can keep your cauliflower rice. I want the real thing or nothing at all. Today I decided to make my first foray into the world of baking. Now the world of baking is a little scary. Baking is a science. One small misstep and you've ruined the whole thing. So I decided to start off easy for my first go round. Today I am making focaccia bread because it is delicious. It seems like it's not that hard to make, and it seems like it's really hard to mess it up. So stick around and I'll show you how it went. Let's get cooking. So we're gonna start with 4.5 cups of flour. To that you are going to add 2 teaspoons of yeast. Dry active yeast or baker's yeast, whatever you do not use nutritional yeast or you're gonna be in trouble, trust me. So you're gonna go ahead and whisk it to combine. There I am with my favorite whisk. And when you're done, you're going to leave a well in the middle of your mixture. That's where we're gonna pour our liquids. So in a separate bowl, we are going to add 2 cups of warm water. My water was about room temperature. And then you're going to add in 1 teaspoon of salt. I used pink Himalayan sea salt. And you're going to whisk that together until the salt has dissolved in the water. Now you're going to pour that into your flour and yeast mixture. And you're also going to pour in 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. And now it is time to get our hands dirty. You're gonna go ahead and mix everything up with your hands. If this is just like too much for you, you can use a spatula or you can wear some gloves, but you know, I said, I'm just gonna get my hands dirty today. So as you can see, it is very sticky. It's very hard to work with. It's just sticking to my hands and it's hard to kind of get it combined, but you wanna just keep mixing it. It looks like I'm wearing a very weird, wet, doughy glove. But like I said, you want to keep mixing. You can pour in some olive oil. I poured in about 1 tablespoon of olive oil just to help loosen up the dough a little bit more and get it off my hands. And keep mixing. Now, there's no need to knead the dough, but if you feel the need, you can very lightly knead the dough, just until everything's combined. You don't want to go too hard at this. And then when everything's combined, go ahead and wash your hands. Get off as much of that dough as possible. So I formed it into a little ball, and then I'm going to cover it up with some plastic wrap and let it rest for 20 minutes. Okay, so it has been 20 minutes. Now we are going to do the stretch and pull method. You're going to do this 4 times. You're going to pull up 1 corner of the dough, stretch it to the other side, and then just let it rest there. And then you're going to do that to the next corner. Just lift it up, pull it, stretch it to the other side, and let it rest there. And you're going to do it 4 times until you've pretty much done it on every side. When you're done, you're going to go ahead and cover it again with a saran wrap or the plastic wrap. And then you're going to do this for a total of 4 times, letting it rest for 30 minutes in between each stretch and pull. So that's a total of, what, 2 hours of stretching, pulling, waiting 30 minutes, stretching, pulling, waiting 30 minutes. Yeah. As you can see, it's getting really big. That's good. After after you have completed the 2 hours of stretching and pulling, you're gonna get a pan. 9 by 13 inch works really well. You're just gonna oil it up. Yep, go wild, spread the oil all around, and then you're just gonna plop the dough right into it. And then make sure that you get the oil all over the dough on the top, the sides, and the bottom. Once you got them all greased up, you're gonna start spreading it to the 4 corners of the pan. Now you don't wanna press too hard, you wanna be very gentle and just try to work it into the corners. If you find that you're having trouble doing that, just let it rest for about 15 minutes. And then try again. It should be a bit more pliable and you should be able to get it into the corners like so. Once you've got it into the corners, you're gonna cover it and let it rest again for 45 minutes. Yes, 45 minutes. After the 45 minutes, it should look like this. It's nice and big and fluffy. It jiggles when you shake it. And now it's time for my favorite part, putting in the dimples. So you want to make sure your hands are wet. You want to have some warm water nearby. And you're going to get your fingertips wet and press your fingertips gently into the bread until you touch the bottom of the pan. You don't want to pierce the bread. You want to be very gentle and just push it down. You can make as many dimples as you like. And once you're done, you're going to add, you guessed it, more olive oil. It got kind of stuck in the dimples, so I just took a little brush and tried to spread it out a little bit. You can just tilt the pan until it kind of coats everything, but you want to get it spread as evenly across the top as you can. Add more if you feel the need. Now it is time to add your toppings. To half, I am adding a garlic confit, which is just some garlic cloves simmered in olive oil. It makes it nice and soft and tender and sweet. And to the other half, I'm adding some rosemary, fresh rosemary, which is, I think, a traditional way to do it. What I'm not doing here is not pressing it into the dough. You want to lightly press it in or else it's not going to stick. Surprise! I actually made another one at the same time because I don't know. But here I am adding on the olive oil, spreading it around. And for this one, to half of it, I added some caramelized, however you want to say it, some onions, and some green olives, just to switch it up a little bit. When you're done with your toppings, it's time to bake. And this is what it looks like when it's done. It's a nice golden brown color. It looks delectable, delicious. I'm ready to dig in just watching this footage again. I did kind of burn the onion, so I guess maybe don't caramelize it too much beforehand. But here's what it looks like out of the pan. It's nice and thick. I'm telling you, this would make an awesome pizza crust. And here's what it looks like on the inside. You do want it to have some little air bubbles or air pockets in the inside as well. And it's going to be soft and spongy to the touch. Okay, so here is the finished product. As you can see, it's very spongy and springy. Now, I'm sure you've noticed, and I did as well, but I forgot to sprinkle the salt on top. So, you live and you learn. Anyway, here goes the first bite. So, this is like so amazing. Can you see that? My fingers are very oily, but I'm sure you figured that out by the amount of oil I was using throughout the whole recipe. So let me just say the salt on top is crucial. This bread is stinking good, but it would be like elevated, just elevated if it had a little bit of that salt on it, so don't forget that. You know what this tastes like? This reminds me of pizza crust. Specifically Pizza Hut's pan pizza crust. I don't know, it's so good. I'm gonna take another bite. So let me tell you this, the bread itself is not difficult to make, just follow the steps and you got it. It's just very time consuming. In total, it took many hours to get it right. So if you want to make this bread, make sure you got the time, because ain't nobody got time to not have time. You know what I'm saying? If you want to make pizza and you have time, please try out this recipe. It would just be like phenomenal. But all in all, I enjoyed the whole process of it. It was very interesting and it wasn't too bad for my first time making bread. I will probably try this again, but not anytime soon. Now I know I said this would be the perfect pizza crust, and it would be. But I also think it would be really great for sandwiches, and I have some sandwich ideas I would like to share with you. So stick around for the next video and I will show you 3 sandwich ideas that I came up with. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Before you go, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more. I hope you're staying safe, happy, and healthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!